Oh, welcome, everyone, to another live stream here on the Den of Nerds Live. It's a really good way to start your day, end your day, have a poop, have a hang, kick it out back, you know, on an airplane, in the shower with a bag around your phone. I've been told these things. You know, I get emails. Sometimes somebody will email me and be like, you know, I just had the best poop, and you were a big part of that, Josh. Today's stuff that I was not able to cover because I was flying high on a Kang cloud. Still kind of on that cloud, I'm going to be honest. Kang. Oh, shit. I guess I didn't say spoilers for Loki. You know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Maybe it's just the fact that I had such a funky morning. I'm in such a funky mood. But I'm just going to say this. I'm over people getting mad about spoilers, okay? Look, I don't make the rules of the world that we live in, but if you don't watch the thing you don't want spoiled for immediately, like the second it's available, and then you're on the internet and you get spoiled, it's on you. It's on you. That's where I'm at with it right now. In fact, people that don't check that out. People that don't do that don't just immediately go do their thing. Oh, do we have a... Maybe you want to refresh, guys. If there's an internet issue, you might want to refresh. I think we should be good. But those of in the world out there that don't just immediately do their thing, it's on them. And to be honest with you, they're also hurting the environment with that as well. So, there. I'm on with that. Regardless, I was so kanged up yesterday that I couldn't really get into the Spider-Man stuff. And so I want to take you guys into the theater. I want to show you this kind of stuff. Maybe you saw some of this. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here and a lot of speculation that I want to get into as well. So here we go. It says Spider-Man No Way Home. New look at Tom Holland's black and gold suit reveal. The suit looks heavily influenced by Doctor Strange. This is from a Hot Toy. I'm reading this on Heroic Hollywood, but this is Hot Toys. Now, the significance here, I think, and I saw a couple of different people make this point, beyond just getting like a Lego or some other kind of toy, right? Hot Toys, they're literally known for making the most accurate to the film types of figures possible. Okay? I've got a couple of Hot Toys. They are ridiculous. You know what I mean? They are very, very cool. And they get special notes from the studio and things like of that nature and all this sort of stuff so that they can make the most accurate toys. Okay? So this is not just a look at a toy, but this is probably one of our best looks yet at what the actual suit is going to look like in the movie. Now, I was actually kind of interested in how people reacted to this because I actually feel as though people were less hyped on this suit after seeing it in the toy, which is really interesting to me, okay? So we'll go through a couple of these images here. This one I think just really shows the inner workings. I saw somebody say it's his suit but inside out. That he's somehow able to like put his suit inside out and that's all that's going on here. I don't agree with that, but it kind of looks like that. I can see where you would think of that, right? Down here, this is pretty interesting. So a couple of different things going on. Number one, you've got this light emanating on the chest piece here. This is where the arc reactor would go in a Stark suit, right? Where the Spidey thing, I think he has the drone there, right? That flies out, the spider drone on his suit, on the Stark Tech version of it. And this looks to be, again, a circle that has inscriptions that are very reminiscent of Doctor Strange. It looks magical, I think, is the big thing. It's magical. And yet, in the center, you have this sort of webbing type design here. Kind of a hybrid between Doctor Strange and Spider-Man kind of thing going on here, okay? Now, the gloves are also super freaking cool. To me, these look almost like Egyptian. I get some like Moon Knight vibes, like some weird wrappings. You know what I mean? Even this design right here, almost like a sundial type thing going on here. Ancient of some kind. Is this a relic? Is this some kind of magical relic and or power or ability thing that Strange has that he then equips onto Peter's suit or something like that, okay? Obviously, we're speculating here, but I recall in the Fear Itself comics, Peter got Asgardian weapons as well, and the Asgardian things that he got were gauntlets. They were gauntlets that had like a talon on them, and Spider-Man had these dope-ass Asgardian talon type deals on his gauntlets, and he did work, as you do when you're Peter Parker, right? So just a couple of different thoughts here. Number one, we were like, okay, we saw the magic in the integrated suit via the Funko Pop leaks. This appears to show the magic in this suit before the integrated suit. So what's the deal? Is this the magic suit and the integrated suit is the magic suit integrated with the Stark Tech suit? Is that what we're looking at now? Is that kind of the deal? I don't know, man. Pretty freaking interesting. And then again, up here, I mean, look at this. Look at it. Feast your eyes upon it. Allow the nerdy juices to well up inside of you. This shit is crazy. This is crazy. Now, again, there were a lot of people online that were like, dude, this is ugly as fuck. This is a very ugly suit. I don't know how to personally to feel about it. I haven't exactly made up my mind yet. But I can understand where people are at with that. But I just can't stop thinking about, A, the freaking gauntlets, which, again, appear to be shooting magical shit out of his wrist. Like, dude, come on. Get you some magical gauntlets. And it looks like he only has one in this shot. Does he only have one back here? Oh, girl. It looks like he's only got one magical gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen. Only one magical gauntlet? Interesting. So perhaps a relic or some tool given to him by Strange. Or maybe he yoinks it and puts it into his suit. I don't know. Pretty interesting. Looks like he's able to do magical webs. Guys, do you know what this means? Do you guys know what this means? Hello? Wake up. Wake up, it's time to nerd venge. Do you know what this means? And also smash the like button. How many likes are there? All right, we're going to have a quick stream today. 145 likes. What the fuck is that about? Holy shit. All right, so we got 10 minutes left on this stream now because the likes are so abysmally bad. I mean, I don't want to be a Madonna about this, but what am I, chopped liver? So, cool stuff, man. And what this means, ladies and gentlemen, is we're getting fucking spider magic. Spider magic. Spider magic is on the menu. We're getting spider magic. It's a magical spider magic-y time. Here's another shot of it right here. Again, ooh, no gauntlet here. So it's just the suit, no gauntlet. What? And then again, one gauntlet. Spider webbing. Magic spider, magic web all over your magic spider face. From Spider-Man. Here's an accessory kind of look at everything here. Oh, what the hell is this? You got some kind of weapon thing? What is it? Oh, no, that's just the arm. So let's see here. Different expressions. Different hands. Magical thing for the chest piece. And a little dilly-dally. By the way, somebody buy this for me. We do have a P.O. box. Somebody just buy this for me. Send it to me so that I can be happy. And I'll forgive the likes today if somebody buys me this and sends me it to our P.O. box. So, do that. Please. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to talk about here is the fact that we know or we think there's going to be a magical Peter Parker in... Oh, actually, sorry. There's one more thing we need to talk about here. I saw some of you saying it in chat. There's a couple of interesting things going on with the backgrounds of these images, okay? So everybody relax. I remembered the background shit. It appears that the backgrounds of these images are pulled from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. This appears to be out of one of those flicks. Some people were even saying there's a Spider-Man here. This right here is another Spider-Man. I don't know. Maybe. They're saying, like, this is out of the Andrew Times Square battle with Electro. You know what I mean? That's what these kind of images are. And I believe this is straight out of the Tobey Maguire second one, kind of where he's just swanging around like that, right? So, I don't know. Could just be a nice little tease. It could be some smart viral stuff going on over there. Who knows? But yeah, super fun stuff. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about personally was we know that we're also going to get a Spider-Man that seems to be wearing the Sorcerer Supreme jacket, or rather cloak, the Cloak of Levitation. In the What If show. It's right on the poster, dude. They're not even really hiding it, right? We also see Peter fighting a Scarlet Witch in the What If trailer as well. Do you guys realize that the morning after Loki, the dope-ass Loki that we saw just a couple of days ago, God, I can't wait to watch that again. Side note, I've still only seen it really once all the way through. I watched it in bits again for like the breakdowns and research and stuff, but I'm still yet, because yesterday I was just so busy. We were streaming like it was our job. And I just can't wait to be able to watch Loki again, to sit down and just enjoy it. That finale, it was great. It was absolutely great. After that episode aired the following morning, Spider-Man Far From Home trailer was trending. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, on Twitter, the trending thing for it literally read, Spider-Man No Way Home is trending. After Loki finale, fans anticipate the trailer for the new Spider-Man film. Bro, people are so hyped. This is what I keep saying to everybody. Everybody's like, nah, it can't possibly be as hyped as Endgame. It's not going to reach that level. There's no way. We had all this build up with Endgame and all these different things like that. And, I made this argument. Just cut the stream and go watch the finale. I probably should. In fact, let me check the likes. We're about to cut this shit. That's pretty good. 277. That's a pretty good improvement. I would really appreciate it getting up to 400 or 500, but whatever. We'll keep going. We'll keep going here, Mike. But that's probably good advice. God, I lost my train of thought now. People are just really anticipating this trailer, and okay, here's where I was. I was saying that I believe rather that this film could end up being as hyped as Endgame. And I know, what a bold statement, right? No way, it couldn't possibly be. Guys, think about just the state of the world, okay? What is going on right now? It's been like a long 16, months, for a lot of different people. Still weirdness going on all over the planet. And Peter Parker and this Spider-Man character, right, is so iconic. Such a big freaking deal. I mean, look, I asked this last night when I was on the when I was on the stream with Darren. How many of you guys, like, just put a 1 into the chat if you watched all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies? All of them, all 3 of them. It doesn't matter if you watched them on video, you watched them on cassette, Digimon, Tamagotchi screens. I don't know what the kids do these days for retro feelings. However you watched it, you put a 1 into the chat. Did you watch all of those movies? I mean, look at that, dude. Most Nerdvengers have watched all of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films. Okay, here, let's do another one. Put a 2 into the chat if you've watched both Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I know maybe you feel differently about them, but did you watch them both? Put a 2 into the chat if you watched both Andrew Garfield movies. Do you see what I mean? Look at how many people watched it. Guys, that's 5 movies of Spider-Man, and I'm willing to bet you probably watched them more than once. Okay? That is a similar level of affinity, fandom, following, passion, engagement that you had with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why Feige's doing it. That's why the whole fucking thing's going to work. Because you are able to play off of the attachment fans have with both of those Spider-Man and their universe and respective villains. I'm damn sure most of y'all, but we'll do it just for the sake of doing it. Put a 3 into the chat if you've watched both Tom Holland movies and also Civil War. Have you seen Tom Holland, Spider-Man, in all of his MCU appearances? Put a 3 into the chat if you have. Yeah, that's the point. We have 3 different versions of Peter Parker that the whole of nerddom, the whole of fandom, majority, I should say, not the whole of, but the majority of fandom is all in on all of these different versions. We have spent time, energy, bandwidth. We're ready. Like, dude, putting all 3 of them in there, and I strongly believe that they likely will not advertise that with the first go-around, but it's already out there, dude. It's already out there to the point where they're all getting berated with these questions. People are saying it's the worst kept secret in Hollywood. I think it's hilarious. They're going to actually try to deny it in the first round of marketing. But once they turn and they start to tease that out more, and they're going to tease the villains right away, and then they'll tease in, Toby and Andrew. Once that gets out there, dude, watch the hype level skyrocket, dude. Skyrocket. And I promise you, watch this movie be just as epic as Endgame. What? Oh, no, I can't believe it. There's no way that would happen. Dude, I'm telling you right now. That's what I believe. That's what I believe, is that this Spider-Man movie, I'm just seeing it in the tea leaves, man. I see how people react to this thing. You know what I mean? Any little thing that's Spider-Man, people are salivating for it. Anything No Way Home. What's the deal with No Way Home? What's going on with No Way Home? It is such a cacophony of hype. It's crazy. So I strongly feel that that movie, because, by the way, and here's the sort of other side of this, is that I think Toby and Andrew and all of that, while that is a big part of the movie and it's going to be a huge draw and it's going to be fantastic, people are going to love it, beyond that, there's going to be even crazier spider things, I feel, that will be in that movie. This movie is also a beginning of sorts for even more Spider-Man bonanza stuff, in my opinion. So I'm pretty excited for it. Definitely wanted to go over the new costume and just kind of talk about what you guys think about that. So, if you have any questions or whatever, feel free to drop all of that in. We're going to get into Q&A in just a minute here. I do want to remind everybody, 2 streams a day. 2 streams a day on the Den of Nerds Live, Monday through Friday. And you've got your evening shows as well. So make sure you come on back 7:30 at night, Monday through Friday. Look, the gaming stream this week, I really want to do the gaming stream on Friday, but I might see if Elisa can cover for me. I might try that because there's a pre-release for the new Magic the Gathering set. I really want to go play the new Magic the Gathering set in paper, but we'll see. I know I owe y'all because last week we didn't get it done, so maybe I'll stay home and play Halo with you guys, and I'll play a pre-release on Saturday or something. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, just want to throw that out there. But yeah, 2 streams a day over here on the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, notification bell, blah, blah, freaking blah. 10:30 in the morning, 7:30 at night, Monday through Friday. Okay, I want to go over a couple of other nerdy things before we get into Q&A, guys, okay? Just so a couple of other things happening out there on the Reddit. I talked about this again last night on Darren's Danger Room. Some of you guys saw it, some of you guys didn't.
Revealed, but fair enough, has asked, if you were asked to play Loki for the rest of your life, would you? L, in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, L, not so anonymous anymore, but perhaps it's an alias. Very smart. However, if I were asked to play Loki for the rest of my life, would I? Yeah, absolutely. I'm so lucky that I've got to play Loki for this long. And, I feel like he's such an interesting character who's been around in human consciousness for so long.
That's true.
And,
yeah.
He's got so many different aspects, so many different complex characteristics that it feels like every time I play him, I find out something new, or we get to evolve him or take him down an avenue that we haven't gone down before. Yeah, he's been around for a while. I think he's going to be around for a lot longer. Meanwhile, I'll just hold on for as long as people want me to hold on for.
Wow, bro, what a cool, genuine answer coming from our boy. Like, again, this is really surprising to me. I love being wrong. Honestly, I do. I love being wrong. I love being surprised because my opinion on what was going to happen with Loki and just not just the season, but the character was like, bro, we'll have some fun. One last ride with Tom Hiddleston. This is a cool idea. The show will be isolated, not be significant, and then we'll say goodbye to Tom Hiddleston. I'm all for that simply because I do like Loki that much. They instead decided to build around the character a fantastic story, very impactful to the character itself and the wider MCU. He's coming back, y'all. He's going to be in Doctor Strange. That's dope. And what we have done with this character now in the first season, I could not have seen coming. I'm truly excited for it. And he seems genuine in his answer. He loves playing Loki, and he'll probably play him forever, bro. Like, that's some cool shit. That's cool to hear, man. That's cool to hear. So I wanted to talk about that. There were comments made about the Black Widow writer responding to fan disapproval over Taskmaster twist. It just seemed to make more sense for the story. Look, hey, it's all good. But here's the thing why I wanted to talk about this. As fans, I think it is absolutely fair to voice your displeasure in something that Marvel does or Star Wars does. 100%. And in this case, I think it's just obvious, dude. Like, find me a person that liked the Taskmaster twist, and they're an outlier in my opinion, honestly. So it's good that like this. Sometimes fandom can be really toxic, and social media can be really toxic. But there's a silver lining here in situations like this, because I think that if you could sort of take the ego off the table if you're Marvel, it's actually dope to get that feedback from your audience. And for them to be like, nah, fam, like that shit ain't it. And you should listen to them. Like, you don't have to cater completely to them, but you should listen to them. And if you want to make an experience that satisfies fans, keep that kind of shit in mind. Okay? Now, we have variants, we have timelines, we have all sorts of ways we can fix this Taskmaster problem if they want to. But it's interesting, right? Like, fandom pushing back. And then the media has a really interesting job to translate what's happening on social to the creators to have this sort of middleman conversation. You know what I mean? It can be toxic, but can be useful as well. It looks like Daniel Richtman here is tweeting about the possibility of multiple Kangs and multiple Lokis, and he was talking about how he called that a long time ago. Kudos to that guy. A lot of people were on that train. Marvel Studios' Armor Wars will explore who War Machine is and make him tick. Article about Cheadle talking about Armor Wars. Hopefully he gets an Emmy in this. The internet's undefeated. That's pretty funny. Look, I'm not even going to necessarily get into that, but I am very excited for Armor Wars. I think we could get some Tony Stark stuff. Although, what if we got a Tony Stark AI not voiced by RDJ, but it was Tony? Like, whoever the guy is that's voicing RDJ in What If, he seems to be doing a pretty good job. How would you feel, Nerdvengers, if we got a AI of Tony that was all voice and it was not RDJ? What do you think? Let me know. Okay, last thing I really want to talk about. Oh, two things, and then we'll get into Q&A, okay? This is pretty interesting. I don't know what to make of this, okay? This is an exclusive from the hashtag show. I like Nick Santos. He's a good dude. I've talked to him, you know what I mean, on the tweeters. But I always am just gonna be real with y'all. Doesn't have a 100% ironclad track record. You know what I mean? Does not have a 100% ironclad track record. So let's treat this as rumor for now. What he is saying in this report, and we're gonna have to go back and give him credit if this ends up being true. They are changing the origin of Miss Marvel in the comics. They are changing the origin of Miss Marvel, and she will no longer be Inhuman. Or at least her powers will not come from being Inhuman. Says here we can exclusively share that for the Disney Plus series, Marvel is changing up Kamala Khan's story. In this new series, she'll be blasted by a bolt of energy, and this will give her some magical powers. That's right, Miss Marvel will technically be a Marvel user. Her abilities are more or less going to be the same, but this time stemming from magic and not Terrigen or Inhuman-based technology. Kamala will be blasted by a bolt of energy from the bracelets she wears, and those will give her powers. What? It's unclear if the bracelets need to be always worn for her to have her powers, or if it's a one-time providing power thing. Now, Nick goes on to talk about how Kevin Feige hates the Inhumans, he hated the Inhuman show, etc., etc. But I remember thinking that the only reason I would watch this show was if they did the Inhumans right this time and they had the Inhuman family. I heard rumors that the Inhuman royal family was going to be in Miss Marvel. Now, those were a long time ago, and there's been no evidence to back those up for a long, long time. But I don't know. This is so interesting to me. I'm curious as to what you guys think, so put it into the chat. But the other side of this that's really whack is that I heard some crazy rumors that they were going to make her the daughter of Mephisto or something. That she was going to be like a almost birthed from a demon or some shit. Like some wild stuff that I heard about Miss Marvel and all that. So, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. My hype level and I don't think Miss Marvel is a character for me. You know what I mean? Just going to be real. Not a character for me. I've read some stuff with Kamala Khan. Some of it was cool. Some of it was super cringe. So, I don't know. Not necessarily for me. And I'm disappointed that they're going away from the Inhumans because the Inhumans were probably my only real entry point of interest for this show. It doesn't all have to be for me, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, fuck Marvel. Because Miss Marvel not being for me, it's probably okay. You know what I mean? Not a big deal. Maybe many of you would like it. Whether you're male or female. Maybe some of you, that's your shit. And you're going to be into it and you're going to love it. That's cool. Probably not for me, and them removing the Inhumans, if this is indeed true, not that cool. Also, not to get super conspiratorial, but why the fuck do they keep changing all the comic book shit? Does it have to do with the writers and the royalties? Does it have... We just saw, by the way, on the Black Widow film, I don't know if you guys caught this, I don't want to get into conspiracy. Far be it from me to speculate about what mega corporations are doing in the shadows. But on the Black Widow credits, they credited Joe Quesada and many other writers. A special thanks to, and they credited a bunch of those writers. I've not seen that in a long time on a Marvel movie. Are there legal battles being fought behind the scenes for this kind of stuff? I'm not sure. Regardless, it's news. I want to know what y'all think about it, okay? One more thing, and we're getting into Q&A. Elizabeth Olsen says they're trying to create the scariest Marvel movie. What you say?
Yeah, I filmed it during the pandemic, the whole thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm, yeah. I filmed for 9 months during this time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot it?
We shot in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, during the last 2 lockdowns.
Hey, not so bad. Not so bad.
No, it's great.
And so, can you give us a little tip, a little hint, a little thing about it?
Hell no, I can't, lady.
No,
you know I can't. Shut your mouth.
It was really hard. Sam Raimi is lovely, and I got to learn a lot from him. And it was odd going from WandaVision and bringing this character to a different film that felt more based in the Marvel films. And I felt like I was like putting on old shoes.
I think that everybody's kind of buzzing.
What the F, Chet? Shut your mouth when you're talking.
Out after Wanda, what can be done in Doctor Strange, which direction it's going to go, all of that kind of stuff. So you're not going to give us a little hint, huh?
A very scary movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's like old Sam Raimi. Like it's, he's trying to create they're trying to create the scariest Marvel movie.
Dude.
Not so bad.
Yeah, so,
Not
so
so
there's that.
bad. Are you kidding me, lady? Talk about downplaying the shit out of something. Not so bad. That's fucking awesome. Old Sam Raimi. If you've not seen the old horror movies, Evil Dead, oh shit, we're jamming today. If you have not seen those old Sam Raimi type movies, dude, get out there and watch that stuff. And I absolutely feel like that is fantastic news. Having a villain like Shuma Gorath. And, dealing with the multiverse, come on. He's a big old kind of monster, almost like a Cthulhu type beast. And all of that kind of stuff just evokes a very weird, I love that Lovecraftian vibe horror. You know what I mean? And interestingly enough, if you watched Lovecraft Country, there's a lot of that vibe in some of the episodes. You know what I mean? And it's pretty wild, man. And so very exciting news. I'm pumped about it. So now let's get into the Q's and the A's. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll hang for 20-25 minutes here. I'll try to pull up the super chats. If you got a question you want answered, I will answer every single super chat that comes in within reason. It banks you a little bit of that sweet, sweet nerd coin as well. And I do want to say before we get into the Q's and the A's, I'm trying to get better at this kind of stuff, touch my bases, hit the things, hit the marks, etc., that this stream, as all the streams here at the Den of Nerds, are brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Guys, if you don't have a VPN, you're really and truly fucking up. I don't know how else to say it. You boop on the nose, go to the corner, think about what you've done, and then get a fucking VPN. Get Surfshark VPN. Use code NERD at checkout for 83% off and 3 months free. You'll be more secure. It works on all your devices. Shut your mouth and do it. They are also we are also brought to you today by the Nerd Vengers. They are the lifeblood of our channels. We would not be able to make all of this content. I wouldn't be able to sit here in front of these computers all the live long day and nerd venge the way I do without you, the people. Become a Nerd Venger today. There are 2 different levels. By the way, Prime Stream, going over big businessy stuff, Friday at 2 p.m. But we have behind the scenes streams. You get access to all of the different emojis. You get entered into the $200 GameStop gift card each month. You get 20% off of the merchandise. Nerd Venging, we try to stick a lot of value there because it does help us out so much. So special thanks to the Nerd Vengers and a special thanks to Surfshark VPN. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this. Joey says with a $10 holla, I don't think there's going to be one big bad in the MCU moving forward. I feel like there's going to be several big baddies who all end up conspiring together to control the multiverse. Dude, I like that idea a lot. One must wonder, and I really like this idea because like a cabal type idea or like a multiversal threat, it's like right up my alley, man. I'm into it. I'm here for it. So something like that would be fantastic. And what if it began with 2 Norman Osborns having a conversation? Man, wouldn't that be something? Yes. Thank you, Joey, for the $10 holla. Star Wars Obsession with a $2 holla says, banging the homies. Amen. Matthew K with a $5 holla says, could this be another Spidey variant? Maybe. We'll get more variants other than just Toby and Andrew. What's the over-under on Spidey variants for No Way Home? It's funny you say that. I actually agree. I actually think you'll see more than Toby and Andrew. I think it'll start with Toby and Andrew, but I think you're going to see more than that. And I think that beyond that film, you may see more than them in live action and possibly Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, this is such a cool way to open that shit up. I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready for the show, thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. Right? I'm just kind of going over stuff. And I was like, man, what a wild world we live in where the Infinity Saga, $23 billion, all of these different movies over 10 years. And all of that basically brings normie audiences to like just your base level comic book stuff. If you were to open any major comic book event happening currently at either DC or Marvel, you would be bombarded with all sorts of ridiculous things. Time travels, alternate versions of characters, retcon versions of characters, legacy passing versions of characters. Right now, if you were to go and open up any Marvel book that's an event, any DC book that's an event, I promise you there will be some shit you don't understand, and you'll have to try to contextualize and figure out. That's how crazy comics have gotten. Comics just are that way. My favorite Marvel hero is a clone of Peter Parker. One of my other favorite Marvel characters is an alternate universe version of Cable where he didn't have the organic techno virus. Like, that's just, as a Marvel fan, and if you're a big comic book sweaty, that shit is par for the course. And so we just did the whole Infinity Saga to bring fans, normies and movie fans, to a place where now they can start to accept and understand stuff that's really par for the course for comics. And it's like we're just getting started. Like, everybody's like, oh shit, like Marvel will never be the same after Endgame, etc., etc. It'll never have that same... Dude, guys, we've barely gotten out of like the 60s. Essentially, like we've drawn from a lot of different stories, but my point is we're just getting into the juice. What we can do from here will overshadow the Infinity Saga. Everybody's like, oh, the Infinity Saga, it'll never be... Bitch, please, I'm telling you, we will look back at the Infinity Saga and it'll feel like freshman year. That's my opinion, but I'm sticking to it. T-Love, a.k.a. the Silver Lurker, with a very generous $10 holla, says, you know I'm all about Toby and Spider-Mang's news, but Loki talk. I got some many Loki questions. My bank is going to prune me, and I just wasted time with this super. Bro, yeah, well, we can do, save some of that stuff maybe for a Nerdvenger stream. That way you don't have to throw a super chat. It'll be more, just like 50 or 60 of us chilling, usually at a time, a couple hundred people at most. So... just bring your question. You don't have to, like, the super chats are awesome. I love the super chat stuff, and it's dope to engage on that level, to not have to be looking at all the different chat. And of course, it helps us out. But, bro, do not feel as though you need to do the supers, though. You know what I mean? Cherev says, I just had a thought. Fox X-Men did James Marsden Cyclops bad. What if they bring him back as the leader in Secret Wars? Brought back to life somehow. I will agree with you that he was great, and they did kind of shit on him, and they didn't really make him the Cyclops that he should have been, right? Singer was just so... for all Singer's talk of wanting to make these characters three-dimensional and not wanting comic books on the set and all that sort of stuff, he really does turn them into almost parodies of themselves in a lot of ways. But, yeah, that dude was cool, man. I'd be down for that dude to return. And I think the juice with the multiverse, the juice with variants is you could have some of them come back, you could have recast for some, and it just would make sense now, right? The what if is essentially going to be that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But, yeah, that's a great thought, Trev. I appreciate the support. 99 from Aaron, probably just to see if the thing works. And then Aaron follows up with, the suit could allow him to jump through universes. Bro, you ain't lying. And I think that could be part of it. Maybe the device, the prison thing, or the key, and I'm sort of getting into some of the leaks, so I apologize. I'll try to be very vague because I know some of you want complete and total spoilers, and we've talked about the full plot leaks for Spider-Man already, so I'll try to respect that and not get too spoilery on it. But it is possible something from the leaks is what's integrated in the suit, which is also not in the leaks, which shows that the leaks don't tell you everything that's going to be in the movie, which is good. Big Stevie says with a $5 holla, I don't think she was the final TM. Oh, Taskmaster. The use of Taskmaster protocol seems like a deliberate choice. Fair point, Steve. They'll pull a Mandarin and have Masters eventually. Yeah. By the way, there were other people cast as Taskmaster, and when OT... the black French dude, when he was cast as a villain for that film. It's on the sheet. Like, again, I love that everybody wants, like, it's all good. It's all love, and I get it. And everybody wants to act like it's just rumors and smoke that we chase over here. No. Documentation. You know what I mean? It's on the casting sheet, bro. When that dude was cast, he was cast as a villain. Okay? I don't know what happened. Movies are movies. You make changes. It's all good. But, dude, there were reasons people thought OT was going to end up being Taskmaster. At one time, he may well have been Taskmaster, and then they changed it up. Scott says with a $5 holla, besides No Way Home, do you think Quantumania could be the best movie of Phase 4? Bro, Quantumania is a sleeper, but as soon as we start to know more about it, it's not going to be a sleeper no mo. Jonathan Majors' performance in Episode 6 alone should bring extra hype to that shit, because I want to see that Kang the Conqueror version of that character. I'm excited. And yeah, man, but think about it. All the movies seem to be that hyped. And when you really contextualize Eternals, here's what I keep thinking back to. Imagine a world where WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals all came out last year like they were supposed to, and then this year we're just riding into that multiversal craziness stuff. Things would be feeling much more balanced. I feel like we would accept some of those other things more, and we would also be on sort of a crescendo of hype. Right now, we're sort of in a weird Willy Wonka going up the stairs version of hype, right? But in the prior plan, I really feel like this was very well crafted. Loki, it really does set up Quantum Mania to be super exciting, and the whole, yeah, it's cool. John Parker says, can we get some Daredevil / Spidey interaction place? John, I think it's on the table, bro. Look, Feige's a sweat. He's a comic book guy. He knows that's some spice. He knows that's what people want. For sure, John. So I think it's on the table. Daredevil's apparently going to be in She-Hulk as well. That's a rumor. Nick D with a very generous $15 holler says, Armor Wars would be the perfect time to bring John Bernthal into the MCU. Violently perfect. It would be, and I think you're probably referring to like when he gets the War Machine armor. There was a short stint in comics where Frank Castle gets the War Machine armor, and he goes bananas with it, as you would if you were the Punisher, right? That would be sick. I think Armor Wars is going to be more focusing on Tony Stark's tech, the future of the MCU. I think it's going to have a big cast of characters. And so I think that Punisher you might want for something more isolated. But I love where your head's at, dude. And I very much appreciate the support. Thank you. Tyler Roden with a $5 holler says, you find it crazy that everything that wasn't canon from Marvel, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jessica Jones, etc., could be canon now in the MCM? I absolutely find it crazy, and I think that it's such a brilliant move by Feige and everybody else that helped to craft this together. I think it's a really, really smart idea. Again, the whole point is, and this is why I think he's going to start referring to it as the 616, Doctor Strange, I think, is really going to illuminate that, by the way. From what I've heard, everybody's like, oh, it's 19999. After Doctor Strange, it's going to be pretty, it's the 616. That's what I've heard. Like, that movie's going to really just be, it's the 616. But that allows Feige to have his universe sort of still isolated, and that sacred timeline / what's going on in the MCU / the Infinity Saga still be its own thing. But he can now bring in other toys without compromising. And it also sets up a possible soft reboot in so many years down the road. You know, so yeah, it is crazy that all that stuff is canon and has value and could be coming in now. It allows all of these things to exist, but maybe in the variants. So heck yeah, bro. It's a good ass time to be a Marvel fan for sure. T-Love, a.k.a. the Silver Lurker, very generous $20 holler says, Episode 6 depicts different universes with their own sacred timelines and branches off. I agree. I think that's something I've been talking about. I think that is what is set up. TVA can jump between branches and time, but in one universe. Kang can travel between verses, and that's how Loki gets sent to a different TVA. I couldn't have said it better myself. That is exactly what I think happened, and I will do a video on that probably today. I want to do a video on that and on Secret Wars. So kind of that idea and how it gets us to Secret Wars. Because yes, man, I absolutely agree with you. John Lover 1 says, show full design of t-shirt you're wearing with actual standing. Oh my goodness gracious. I will puff up my chest is about all I can do. It's a Vegeta shirt. Super Saiyan God Blue. Yeah. Come on, man. Doing a final flash on him. Final flash! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's about all I'll do, though. Let's keep going on these super-supers here. Let me pull this up here. Sorry, I have to refresh the page. And the internet being real slow today for some reason. I do not know why. Has the stream been laggy, guys? I don't know. We had major internet issues on Monday where we had to literally do the stream in the afternoon. Big Bang Attack? No, it's not a Big Bang Attack. Big Bang Attack's one hand, guys. Come on, man. Learn your DBZ, son. Big Bang Attack also has a blue aura. That's clearly a yellow aura. He's doing a final flash. Cavi, watch your ass. No, the Gallic gun pose is like this. Come on, man. Anyway. Not to get sweaty on the DBZ, but don't trigger me. Kyle Buckley says, yo, Josh, are you a fan of horror movies? Absolutely not. The new Halloween Kills movie drops this October. Would love to get your thoughts on it. Bro, I am terrified of horror movies. I can't handle jump scares, and scary stuff, like, it puts me in a weird vibe, and I don't like it. So, no, sorry, bro. I'm really not into it. Kendall Davis says, can we gamble? Scratch his neck. We are going to bring gambling back 100%, and it's going to happen in pieces. There's some stuff I'm working on behind the scenes to kind of make that happen a little bit better. But no, for now, no gambling, bro. No gambling. Y'all needed a little time off of the gambling anyway. So, yeah. But no, gambling and Nerdcoin stuff, good stuff on the way with that for sure. But just not today, brother. Look, frankly, like, man, I'm just stretched. I'm stretched right now. Like, yesterday was wild. A lot of content. Today, I also want to do some videos. Like, our Loki finale video is doing super well. You know what I mean? Like, it did like 40,000 views yesterday, and I'm like, let's go. So, in order to capture that momentum, I really need a great follow-up video today. And, like, we're trying to get back to, like, unfortunately, Kendall, and this is something I'm going to talk about on Friday, I only have so much bandwidth, right? So, like, Nerdcoin and ancillary stuff is, like, kind of one thread, and then all the YouTube bullcrap, like, hitting it the right way, doing the videos the right way, timing the streams the right way, that's also, like, a thing, and it's like I have to kind of balance back and forth, and because Loki and the ending is so impactful, I had to lean into the content. We're leaning into the content this week. We'll lean back into other stuff next week. John White says, sup, Holmes? Sorry for the slang. Still letting my Kang Wang elation swang. Riding high like Mobius on a jet ski. Take my Kang Wang money. Damn, John White. Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Jordan Baldridge says, the black Spider-Man suit looks a lot like the Secret Wars suit. Go to the Marvel fandom wiki page and check it out. Let's see. Secret Wars Spider-Man suit. Oh, yeah. Show do. Let's show you all this. Looks similar. Huh. From the games, huh? Pretty cool. I'm into it. Okay. Let's get back into these Q's and A's. Let's see here. You find it crazy everything that wasn't... Okay, Tyler, we already went over that, brother. It might have already bounced in. T-Love, a.k.a. Silver Lurker, with a $10 house says, rude! Bro, shut up and let me get pruned. I'm 100% sure I understand 80% of the MCU multiverse, but the verbiage used gets confusing. Can we get more the TVA to make us use more diagrams? I don't know exactly what you mean, but 100% yes. Armani Martinez says, why is Marvel making another suit for Spider-Boy? Because it's awesome. Because it's fun. Because I will buy all of the toys. Because I want all that nerdy flavor. You know? So, that's what I'm saying. What happened to the Karen, the suit AI? Oh, I hope Karen's back. You know what I mean? I thought she was great. Was she Friday or I forget. But yeah, the AI that he has, I'm down, man. I hope she's still there. Jansen Baker says, sorry that I was dumb yesterday. I forgot Sylvie stabbed Kang and asked you if she really killed him. Dude, don't worry about it. You know what else too? I wanted to say, let me just take just a small detour here for a moment and say that on a serious note, I had a Nerdvenger reach out to me. And I know I got to get back to people on Discord and the private messages and the emails and everything. I'm behind on shit. I apologize. But I had someone reach out to me and say that they've been struggling and that it basically, without sort of giving too much of their business away, that they know they have been struggling with mental health stuff and therefore they've backed off of engaging with the community because in some ways they know they won't be able to do so respectfully or whatever. And it made me realize that like we are all really human and that I'm sure, like, look, there's just so much I can't manage it all, right? We've got like 700 Nerd Vengers. We've got like 4,000 people in the Discord. There's a lot of stuff, you know, I can't personally manage it all, but I just want everybody to know that, like, for my part, and what I'll always stand for is forgiveness and compassion and trying not to let the internet dividing lines truly be like divisive here, if that makes sense. So I just want to say shout out to everybody, man. Life can be really dope, but life can be really hard, and life can be weird. And even when things aren't necessarily going that badly for you, you can find yourself in a very weird spot mentally or emotionally. And so, you know, I just want to practice as much as I can, like compassion and forgiveness for people. Maybe 6 months ago, you were a person that was engaging in a certain way. Maybe you're in a totally different state now and you're engaging in a different way. And I think you should always have the opportunity to come back renewed to a community, a conversation, and a place. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's all love, basically, man. Just take care of yourselves out there, guys. You know what I mean? Like, take care of yourselves. And as much as you can, I would say try to practice compassion with people. You know what I mean? James says, my man Majors killed it from last Black Panther to Lovecraft Country and now MCU. I can't be more happy for him. Every variant of Kang will be brilliant. Yeah, I agree, dude. He brought it. He absolutely brought it, and I loved it. There's a small minority of people that were bothered by the performance. It is very, like, it's in your face. You know what I mean? Like, he's chewing up the scenes, being pretty crazy and very kooky, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? So, there's some people that just didn't like that, and that's fine, by the way. Things hit people differently. So if you didn't like it, that's fine. I think the version we'll see in Ant-Man and the Wasp, like the Conqueror version of him, will be a little bit more, you know, button up your shirt straight to business kind of dude. But ultimately, I loved it. I thought he was fantastic, and what a great get for the MCU, man. RG says, DC did the multiverse first, making everything canon, but Marvel with Kevin Feige will do it better. Just wish we could have both doing it right. Maybe one day. Yeah, I still have a lot of high hopes for the Flash movie. I still think it has the opportunity to be really cool, but the thing that's holding it back really is Warner Brothers. You know? So, look, I will continue to say, and really I've shifted pretty negative towards Warner Brothers ever since they shut our whole channel down for trying to talk about their shit. Dude, like, people were raving about Suicide Squad, right? There were screenings of it and stuff last night. I'm watching on HBO Max. I don't know if we're going to do a watch party. I don't know. It's, like, hard for me, right? It's hard. I feel conflicted because, dude, they're just so garbage over there. And they've done such garbagey shit. You know what I mean? It's tough. I love the IP. I love the characters. There's good people working over there. But ultimately, bro, like, nah, they just don't have it like that. They never really believed in someone's vision. It's all suits. It's all interference. It's all bullcrappery politics. Not good. Carl says, has Echo been cast in Hawkeye? That's what I hear, yeah. When they revealed Taskmaster to be a woman, all I could think of was Echo. No, Echo's for real dope. And she is being established in Hawkeye, and she might even get her own solo series. Echo is awesome, okay? So Echo's a dope character, and also like a female sort of Taskmaster-y person. She's the person that actually hands the Ronin mantle down to Clint Barton. She's an absolute badass, dude. Absolute badass. And yeah, Echo's coming. And that would have been cooler than maybe Echo instead of a female Taskmaster or something. If they want to do a female badass, I think is what you're implying. All right, I'm going to go over Axid's question, then I'm going to hang out in the chat for a little bit and we'll get out of here. Axid says, we need a whole Disney Plus show about how Peter gets the black and gold costume. I'd like it. I'd like that. I'm all about more Peter Parker, man. I'm all about more Peter Parker. Pick Peter Parker for me, and I'm all about it. You know it. Okay, let's hang in the chat for a second. What's on your mind, guys? What's everybody saying in the chat? Just want to hang out with y'all for a little bit. So I think Lavis and Darren will be doing the evening stream tonight at 7:30. So come on back for that. I'm excited to see what they have to say about what's going on, and also just maybe there'll be some crazy news that drops. And then The Boys tonight after dark, 9 p.m. If you haven't checked out Al and Lavis, it's a great show, man. It's a great time. So check that out. Josh, any Doctor Strange 2 rumors? Lots of rumors. Nothing super substantiated yet. We have to get past this Spider-Man phase, and I think more stuff will be coming out. You know what I mean? We'll, of course, talk about it over here. I can't send a super chat. Sorry, Josh. Don't worry about it. Why would you worry about such a thing? You have nothing to apologize for. Nothing to apologize for, unless you didn't hit the like button. And then just smash it, and don't tell me, because I will freak out. And then he skips super chats? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Trev? Oh, shit. Okay, looks like there's a couple super chats that came in. Jeez. Oh, good. All right, I'll do a couple of Trev's super chats, I guess. Okay, Trev's basically like, shut up and dribble. Okay, the 616 in comics is the universe we are following. All other universes / outside media has been included in that multiverse. One of two of two. Feige just wants his movie universe to be the main comic book universe. It might not ever be accepted due to 60 years of history. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair point. 616 is the comics universe, and not the comics universe. It's the main universe within Marvel Comics. You know? And, you know, you had the Ultimates universe, you had an Age of Apocalypse universe, you have a lot of different universes in Marvel. After Secret Wars and Jonathan Hickman's, it supposedly gets consolidated again, but then recreated. I don't know exactly where we're at right now with the multiverse. I get confused about these things, Trev. But I think that the multiverse, the main one that we saw in the Infinity Saga, will absolutely be dubbed the 616, and I think it's already sort of been that way. They talk about it in Loki. It's on one of the documents, right? So, oh, wow. Jonah says, for $2 hot, can I get a Okay, I'm going to hurt myself. Thank you. Kevin says with a very generous $10 holla, I think the whole 616 thing is that the MCU multiverse is separate from the comics, and each the main universes is the 616. Oh, I kind of like that. So I think what you're kind of saying there is there are two ways to create universes. One, via a big bang and a more organic birth of a universe, which, by the way, I'm going to do a video on this today. My video today, after I get out of here, I'm going to get some food, you know what I mean? I'm going to sit down with a notepad. I'm going to watch Loki again. I'm going to scratch my butt. You know, probably didn't have to mention that, but I will. And I will craft a video trying to explain what I think is going on with the universes. But I think what Kevin is saying is that 616 might well be the designation for the organically created universe and timeline via a big bang. All other universes that branch off of that timeline are variant universes, variant timelines. So within the multiverse, pre-Loki, what was being talked about was actually universes on top of each other. What's happening now, post-Loki, is that each individual universe that is stacked on top of each other is also branching out in uncontrollable ways, possibly going into the other organic universe, causing crazy chaos. So I think that's what you're saying, Kev. Either way, I appreciate the support, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, what the heck else is going on? Renee says, heart for the Nerd Vengers. Amen, man. Amen. Yo, what a great week, man. Sorry, man, it won't let me. It broke for me. Oh, well then, don't worry about it. Also, that shit happens. YouTube is ridiculous. And I know they'll always be adjusting stuff behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Use this moment to reflect and push yourself to the next level. Don't hurt your back lifting too much, dude. Jedi Mike, thank you so much, brother. No, I'm feeling good, man. I'm actually feeling good. Like, I know we're going hard, and I know I'm going to need rest. But, no, I feel good. I feel generally good. It's been a wild year so far, and I think the back half of the year is going to be bananas, dude. So there's a lot of nerd vengeance to be done. I am so excited. So, yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see what other people have to say about it as well. A lot of collaborations coming. A lot of videos coming, a lot of streams coming, a lot of stuff fun. So I'm actually not going to do a Bad Batch watch party tonight. I know Sheev will likely do one, perhaps on his channel, and maybe y'all should just go check out Sheev's, but not on the Den of Nerds. We've been streaming so much. I just need to, I don't even, because even though like it would be Sheev doing it, I worry about it. I often wake up and just double check to make sure things is chill and all that sort of stuff. No stream tonight. No Bad Batch watch party. Go check out Vader's Lair to watch the Bad Batch watch party. I'll watch Bad Batch in the morning when I wake up. You know what I mean? Feige's back must hurt from carrying Star Wars. 100%. 100%. Hey, Josh, do you know a reliable VPN with maybe some sort of code for a good discount? I'm so glad that you asked, Axon. Yes, I use Surfshark VPN. I have it on all my devices. I think it's great. It's cheaper than a lot of the bloated prices you would pay for other VPNs, but just as secure. And you can use code NERD at checkout for 83% off and 3 months free. And it helps us out. It helps you. It helps us. Help me to help you to help us. And use code NERD at checkout and shut your mouth. See y'all at Sheev's channel, hopefully. Yes. Yeah, come on by. Come on by to the layer. Come on by. Josh, the 616, is the universe that won the multiversal war. Mike, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, bro. That could make a lot of sense. Matthew K says, have you seen any Loki hate out there? Oh yeah. But it's very small. It doesn't seem to be able to get much momentum at all, which is just a sign of like, look, man, like I don't want to like be that guy, but a lot of people, like if you're a hater, right? You sort of look around for more haters. And like, if there's more haters, you're like, fuck yeah, let's hate. Let's get this hate on. Let's hate all over this shit. But if you look out and you can't find a lot of other haters, or you're swarmed by positivity, you're not gonna hate real loud. Most people, pretty social creatures. They're gonna be influenced by what's going on out there. The zeitgeist has decided Loki is dope. If you don't think Loki is dope, you're in the minority. I'm not saying you can't have your opinion or feel the way that you feel, but it has been decided. Dope. Nick Solo says, what is your theory on how the TVA is different now? I think you missed a letter there. How is the TVA different now? Well, I strongly feel as though this is either a branch variant TVA or a TVA for a unique universe. That's really what I think it is it's the TVA from a backup universe, and one that perhaps Judge Renslayer was taken to with the information she was then given from Kang to her tempad, right? That's kind of what I think. But who knows for sure? We got still a lot more, research to do, a lot more content to come out. But that's my current theory: is that the Mobius that homie said it best. Like T Love basically broke it down. They used Kang's tempad, and that was likely to escape not to just a different timeline, but to a TVA. You know what I mean? Because that's one option. The other option is that the TVA gets taken over at the beginning of the multiversal war, like at its creation and inception before it goes outside of time. That then Kang goes there, Kang the Conqueror, that is, takes over, and that's the TVA from then. But even if that happens, it still technically means it's a branch. Do you know what I mean? Mitchie says, what up, Josh and Nerd Vengers? Can't wait for Spidey and bring on Strange. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we're excited. A lot of hype over here in the tower, man. Things just seem to be a little bit more poppy, a little bit brighter, little more shine, you know? The popcorn tastes a little bit better in the theater. You know, the floor is a little less sticky in the bathroom. The lights aren't flickering as much. Yeah, it's a good time to be a nerd. Harley says, Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers in the MCU? I do think so. I think that we're going to get possibly both. And actually, my current theory is that the Thunderbolts will be very earthbound and be more of what you might think of when you think of Dark Avengers, Norman Osborn, and Siege. That may be earthbound, but the Dark Avengers could be multiversal. And the version of the Dark Avengers we get might be a multiversal group of Avengers. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Let's see here. John White says, I would like to see a what if episode where Loki and Sylvie take the deal from Miss Minutes or the deal from Immortus. Kang Wang slang. Indeed, sir. That would be fun. That would be really, really fun to see, man. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Maybe we'll see it in What If. Because remember, there's that scene in the What If trailer where you've got all those Lokis. By the way, shout out to the OGs that remember this song. I'll turn it up just a little bit for y'all. We're probably going to get out of here real soon, guys. But here's a little Eagle song for y'all. And then let's see here. Nate says, what's your thoughts on the Taskmaster change? Okay, so I thought the Taskmaster thing was whack, but it didn't bother me as much as I think it bothered a lot of other people. I don't know. Like, I think the Mandarin thing, more egregious. The Nick Fury getting his eye taken out by the cat, more egregious. Yeah, it's just your mileage may vary, I think. Like, I love Taskmaster, and dude, that movie could have so been improved by like a really witty, sharp villain. Like those lines where it's just Terminator. They tried to make Taskmaster into a Terminator, and Taskmaster is not Terminator. You know what I mean? And like that, I think the movie would have been better had they done that. But I'm not up in arms about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, yeah, it was a shitty Taskmaster. Hopefully they make it better. I think it's kind of where I'm at. But thank you. Slow-Mo says, multiple Kangs, multiple personalities. Majors may play different versions of himself in each movie or series. Oh, 100%. I think that's assured. And I think the Conqueror version of him is going to be a badass, bro. And really scary. As compared to the one that we have in the Loki series. You know what I mean? So, yeah, fun stuff. Troy says, did you see Theory's announcement about his fan film stuff? You probably already knew. He is just amazing for Star Wars, bro. Yeah, no, I saw. I think it's a great idea for him to shoot in Canada. I was actually always curious as to why he didn't just shoot in Canada. A lot of Hollywood productions go up and shoot in Canada. A lot of shows in the United States go up and shoot in Canada. Toronto is massive for shooting. Vancouver's massive for shooting, right? So, yeah, I gotta get a fucking passport. That's what that's about, because I gotta come visit when he shoots before, I guess after the Rona gets sorted out, because he was sort of explaining in that vid how expensive it is to test a cast and crew. Holy crap. But yeah, I very much look forward to what he's doing with his film. And I also think it's going to be, just as a friend too, I think it's going to be dope for him and his spirit. Because I know he really wanted to have been already doing it. But the pandy and everything, look, it shut a lot of things down. And it made his productions, which are massive by any standard of our imagination, but relatively small in the standards of Hollywood, even more difficult, like sort of exponentially more difficult. So I look forward to that project and for him getting back on track with that. Play Alone Records says, Kang knew all that with Miss Minutes at that point. He had the script. I think the Miss Minutes offer was another part of the journey to prepare Loki and Sylvie. Maybe. It's possible. But I can't escape the feeling that that's not true. I basically can't escape the feeling that they were being played. And I think that, because it still just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why make that offer knowing they're going to refuse it? And then why does she leave? Why does Miss Minutes then leave and go do something? Why wouldn't she just go leave and do that then? It seems like there was something consequential happening there. You know what I mean? But I feel you, man. It could be that. Maybe I'm overthinking. I mean, far be it from me to overthink shit, right? I've never done that. Ezra and Mando season 2. Alan Ewald says, we need more Eagle Song. I miss it. But Taskmaster's whack as fuck. Why does Disney always dip their toes or drip their toes in and not do a cannonball with something? Yeah, you know what I think it honestly is, bro? And I'm not trying to be rude here, but I do think it's a lot of ego from the artists. I think it's a lot of I don't think it's actually coming from the suits. I think it's actually the artists that are like, I'm going to do my version of this, or like, well, this is what it is, but I got to put my stamp on it. You know what I mean? Which is another reason why I fucking love Zack Snyder. Because when he was adapting some of the greatest comic book things ever, he just let it be adapted. His job was to service the art that already existed and bring it into a cinematic place. A lot of these other artists and stuff, they're like, I'm going to do my version of it. Everyone's going to... They're basically a bunch of Rian Johnsons. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of Rian Johnsons out there that want to just be known for their version of shit. You know what I mean? So, Sheev the Wise with a $2 holler says, did Ravonna break the multiverse or was it Sylvie? That's a good question. It could have been Ravonna and something that was done there. It was already branching off. It appears as though immediately when they got past Eliath, that the multiverse started breaking, right? When they entered that time, it was like, it was going out of control. You know what I mean? So, interesting stuff. I think Sylvie's Nexus event was killing Immortus. I mean, that's certainly a Nexus event, for sure. But, bruh, her Nexus event happened a long time ago. She was yanked from the timeline when she was a child. You know what I mean? So, yeah, different stuff. But I appreciate the support, Nikki. Did I call you Nick last time? Sorry, Nikki. My bad, Nikki, and definitely not Nick. Or did you change your name and now you're messing with me? What the fuck is happening? Anyway, you're not that guy, Kate Shortland. You're not that guy. Yeah. It was Theory who broke the multiverse. Damn you, Theory. Joshua, it's like the CW shows are on Earth Prime, but that's not the same Earth Prime from the comics, so it's two separate multiverses. So DC is actually an omniverse. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. 666 watching. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to have to get out of here. Mephisto confirmed. Imagine getting simped by another version of yourself. It's a pleasant thing to imagine, I think. Miss Minutes gave Ravonna the blueprint to harness Sloth and start the TVA and take Kang into the 31st century. Very possible. Very possible. It's possible, technically. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. The blood sugar's dropping. I'm clearly getting loopy. Remember when I was so hyped up yesterday, I said Loki is better than Mando Season 2? I don't know if you guys remember that, but I said it. And I thought a lot about it. And I'm going to double down. I'm doubling down. Loki Season 1 is better than all of Star Wars. Look at the chat reacting very positive. Oh, it disappeared. Great. Everybody had a field day with that. They were very... it was a joke. It was a joke. But Loki is damn fine. That's damn fine comic book, Marvel, and pop culture and entertainment. It's very high on my list. Very high on my list. And I look forward to doing a whole 6-hour watch party. Well, not watch party. God, no. Can't do it. Sorry. Should never put those words out there. Ah, shit. I'm getting out of here. Fuck it. You need to leave. Y'all are so kind and lovely. No post-credit scene today, other than just saying, in all seriousness, I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you're getting some wins, man. Life's a big video game. Sometimes you complete the quest. Sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle. Hope you're handing in your daily quests, staying hydrated, getting rested, finding some love in this crazy world. We'll see you in the next video.